What's up, guys? It's Maddox with Power 96.1 and iHeartRadio, welcoming Eric Nam in the building.
Hello.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm excited to actually finally meet you.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, man. Welcome to Atlanta. I know you're from here.
I am.
So how does it feel to be back?
It's, I rolled in just a few hours ago, so it hasn't really hit me, but I woke up and there was a Coca-Cola sign and there was the aquarium and I was like, okay, I'm home.
I know, I'm home.
So it's good to be back always. A little gloomier than I wanted.
Yeah, it's been raining here like every day.
Yeah, I heard it snowed recently too.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 70 degrees and it snows and then it's like back up to 70 and
it's craziness. But
madness.
No, it's good to be back. I have a show this week. I'm going to see friends. I can see family. I'm excited.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, interesting. You're from Atlanta. Your parents still live here, right?
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
You were actually in town for your brother's wedding, right?
Yeah, that was when was that? September.
September. Yeah.
That's married.
It's crazy.
It's I can't believe it feels like forever ago.
Yeah.
But time flies. But it's always good to be home. It's weird. I was thinking about it when I was getting ready today. I was like, I guess I still consider Atlanta home.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't lived here for, like 14 years.
But it still has that feeling, like got family, you just know when you're here, you just kind of feel it,
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, congrats on all the success with the tour.
Thank you so much.
I mean, it's been blowing up. The before we begin world tour, man. How does it feel? Like crazy moments? What's going on with it?
Oh man, it's still kind of surreal to me. We're doing, 36 shows. We are probably going to be announcing more soon.
Oh wow.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we hit about 50 by the end of the year or so, 50 something.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. That's you're like, woo.
So
time to get some Red Bull.
Yeah. So it's going great. It's traveling and seeing fans and meeting fans and performing for them is truly a blessing, and it's something that I love to do. So to be able to do it as a career it's incredible.
So you dropped your album back in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how long did it take you leading up to that to bang out the album and get the tour together and all that stuff? Probably a lot, right? Long time?
Yeah, I mean, the album itself took quite a bit because, I write consistently throughout the year. Not recently, but for example, Congratulations, we had written in 2018, like January.
Oh, wow.
And then How Am I Doing, which was the last song to make it onto the album, was written in August or September of 2019.
Okay.
So all the songs, they kind of span like a big, expansive period of time. So I guess technically the preparation time took a while. The tour, we had been started to thinking about quite honestly, after the last U.S. tour in 2018, we're like, okay, when's the next time we could do this kind of thing? Because I love it, and it's just trying to plan things out years in advance.
So you're already thinking about like what's next.
Yeah, always. Like as we're doing this one, it's what's the next single? When's it gonna release? When's the next tour? It's all kind of in play.
So you have the Congratulations. That's with Marky Basie, right?
Yeah.
And how did you guys? I've actually met him before. He's a really really cool dude.
He's awesome.
How did you guys kind of link up?
He had a show in Seoul.
Okay.
This is 2018, probably in the summer. It was really hot, and I had just been a personal fan of his music. And I, in Korea, he was doing a show, and I just reached out to the promoter and to Mark, and I said I'd love to come check out the show. We hung out,
hit it off, and
then we kind of stayed in touch. And when we had Congratulations, originally it was just like me, but I was like, it'd be cool if we have like something new, somebody new, like fresh on it.
Sure.
That a typical K-pop crowd may not be familiar with. And,
yeah.
We thought of Mark, and he heard it. He was like, absolutely, and he had it to us in a few days.
He's like, I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah. So thank you, Mark. He really, I think, gave it a different take from what it was originally. So
that's cool. That's what it's all about, man. I mean, working with unexpected, collaborations.
Absolutely.
It just happens. It's just kind of crazy the way the world works,
Exactly.
So you're on tour in the U.S. now, and Phoebe Ryan is part of. She's opening for you, right?
Yeah, she's been opening for me since San Diego and through, I think, up until right before New York, and she's awesome.
She's so cool.
She's the best. She's hilarious. She has such an energy about her, and she's hilarious, and she's really good at bantering and just teasing me all night. And so it's been a pleasure getting to know her, and she's such a talented singer-songwriter. And so I feel like I'm learning from her, and I think the fans are loving her as well. So.
Yeah, she's really cool. 'Cause she was actually here. I went to a showcase with her in Atlanta, and we followed each other on Instagram. Just kind of kept in touch, saying hey every once in a while. And I messaged her. I was like, "Oh my God, you're coming with Eric? That's so cool." And she's like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And
She's awesome.
She's really nice.
She's so fun.
So what's the craziest moment for you, like being on tour? Like any really like whoa moments?
Not really. Like I think like I'm very, very nervous whenever I'm on tour. That's like the hardest part about being on tour is that I'm constantly kind of paranoid and nervous because I don't want to get sick. And so I don't do anything that'll like potentially take me off my game.
Well, there's a lot of the sickness going around right now.
Right. So
obviously,
like,
I mean,
so it's terrifying. I'm like washing my hands constantly.
can we get this man some Purell, please?
Yeah, I need some sanitizer.
Lysol.
Yeah.
I'm a germaphobe too, so I can relate.
I'm like a big germaphobe.
Yeah.
A lot of sanitizer, a lot of vitamins, a lot of health. Like I will like on a wild night.
Yeah.
I'll have like half a beer.
Yeah.
And I am living. Like
I'm living.
I'm like
going.
really letting it go, having half a beer. But it's really because I'm just so nervous. And so I haven't had anything crazy happen this tour. I guess
maybe after flu season.
Yeah, maybe after flu season I'll have a few drinks here and there. I think the craziest thing maybe was on the Asia leg. My fans kept sending us so much food.
Yeah.
Like so much food. I gained so much weight. The clothes that we had originally taken to the shows, I was like, they're barely fitting.
What were they sending you? Like just really good Korean food?
No, like in Thailand they sent like 25 different types of foods and drinks.
Wow.
Like not 25 pieces or portions, like 25 types.
But
and so
wow.
It was crazy. Like Indonesia and like Malaysia, like in Thailand, they also like rented like a billboard with my face on it. Like it was kind of
that's so cool.
It was super cool. But those are probably like some of the wow, like that's amazing kind of stuff. But I think every night, every show is like a different memory, a different vibe, a different kind of story that I can tell down the road. So it's been really cool.
It's going to be in your book when you write a book after the tour or something. You know
what? It's going to be called After We've Begun or something. I don't know.
After we've begun and started. That's awesome, man. So I mean, you said you're trying to be healthy, and it's hard because there's like it's flu season. I can't say that I blame you, but half a beer, we gotta like throw some soju in there, make some somek. I mean, we gotta.
You trying to get me in trouble, dude?
No. I don't want you to get sick. Just live a little bit more.
Okay,
maybe at the end of the tour.
All right. Yeah. Towards the end. We'll be good.
I had the fellows of Epic High in here. I want to say it was about almost a year ago. And they were talking about how they make legendary like somek drinks.
I mean, they are great at drinking.
It's an art form.
It is an art form. It is a craft. It is artisanal when Epic High does it. I feel like there's also probably like a beatbox and a rap that goes into it with it. I don't know.
Wow.
I could have made that up, but that's how highly I think of Epic High. But every time I haven't drank with them much, but whenever I do, I'm like, man, you guys can drink.
Yeah, I can tell they get it in. I mean, I haven't had the chance to actually hang with them, but they're like, "You come to Korea, man, we're going out." I'm like, "All right, let's do it." So what's the craziest food you've ever eaten?
The craziest food I've ever eaten. Rat.
Okay, wow, that's up there on the list. Have you had the live octopus?
I have.
That's interesting.
I've had that. I personally like it. I think it's good. Like you don't eat it so much for like the flavor of it. It's like the sesame oil and like the salt and like
freshness.
That's what you're paying for, and like just the texture of chewing it. But it's the weirdest thing is definitely in Mongolia. I had field rat, and that was by far I would never do that again.
But never again. That's off the list.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
I always say I'll try anything once as long as it doesn't eat me first.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would go to
I would not recommend it. Did not like it.
The Eric Nam stamp of disapproval. Do not try the field mouse.
Yeah.
Not even if it's well done, guys. Not even if it's well done. So that's great, man. I mean, that's one cool thing about like touring. You get to try these different foods. So a little bit of history about me. I don't know if you know, but my wife's Korean, and I go to Korea, a couple times a year, and I love it there. I just got to say, like, I absolutely love it there. I feel like they don't sleep, which is great because I don't really sleep either. Everything is like always open. Things are always happening.
That's true.
I love like the food. I love the culture. I love the music. And I just kind of fell in love with it when I met my wife back in 2010. And she kind of turned me on to the whole K-pop thing. And I've just embraced it and kind of ran with it.
That's awesome.
It's always a good time to go to Korea.
What's your like favorite thing to eat or do in Korea?
Oh my God. So I would say Namdaemun Sijang.
Yeah.
That the
Market.
market. That's
Yeah.
fun. Going to eat just really fresh seafood, like in maybe Busan.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So good.
Like the fresh fish.
You just buy it, take it up.
And go to the seaside.
Yeah.
Just eat away, man.
So good.
I love the public transportation too, man. It's so
Oh.
fast. Pali pali.
Yeah. Don't get me started on public services in the States because I've been here for about like 2 weeks and I'm having a nightmare. I'm like, what? Come on, America. Let's
Yeah.
get this right.
Some of it'll drive you
This
insane.
is like the richest country in the world. How is this not happening?
And we don't have KTX.
We don't have KTX. We don't have proper, efficient transportation, healthcare. I'm like,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
get me started. Oh my
Let's
gosh.
go. I know it's
Trying to get an appointment this week has been so
cancellations and rebookings and yeah.
Dude, I've spent like probably 5-6 hours on phones. And I was like, I just need to see a doctor. Like,
just need to see the
how
doctor.
is this hard?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't get it. It's one thing about Korea, man. It's definitely like it's there, it's
They
efficient,
got it.
and it just works.
Yeah.
So like I love also going. Have you tried what's it called? Cheonggukcheon?
Yeah.
You like that?
Do you know what? That's an acquired taste. I do like it.
I love it.
I remember when I was a kid, I was like, what is that stench? Like, because it is not, if you don't know what it is the most pungent form of bean paste.
Yeah, it's like
right?
fermented for
Forever.
Ever.
It's like it's zombie version of bean paste.
yeah.
It's probably moving.
Probably.
Yeah. So that's probably why it smells so horrid. But yeah, it's good.
So
It'll wake you up.
Funny, yeah, it definitely will. Good probiotics though, so they
Great
say.
probiotics.
My wife actually cooked it for me in our apartment complex, and that
That'll
was
cause
kind of
problems.
probably a bad idea because I think it offended some of our neighbors.
I
They were
would
looking
not
for
be
like
surprised.
why it smells like dead stuff
Right.
in our
No,
hallway.
I still remember when, because my parents, they immigrated to Atlanta probably 35 years ago. And, as immigrants living here, you're trying to get and have like ingredients from Korea or like the motherland. And this wasn't my parents, but he was saying like one of his friends, they were like making cheonggukjang bean paste on the balcony,
Ooh.
right, of their apartment, and they just left it there, and they got reported because somebody thought there was a dead body there.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what people were looking for, like
Yeah,
a dead body
they
in
thought
our
it was
apartment.
a dead body. It's not dead body. It's very smelly.
It's good
bean
though.
paste.
I love
It's
it.
good.
I love it. So, what's the difference? Like, so you grew up in Atlanta,
Mhm.
and you actually started out as a choir, right? You started with choir,
You know what? I was part of the Atlanta Boy Choir in like 4th grade.
and that's kind of is that when you say your musical?
No, I
ambition?
started. I think I started singing when I was like 2.
Okay.
Like my dad and my parents were like, you are always singing. Like I would memorize cassette tapes. If you don't know what a cassette tape is, look it up.
Gotta Google it.
Um,
Google image search,
I
guys.
don't want to
Okay.
date myself too much, but and they, I would just memorize it from beginning to end, and then
Wow.
I started singing in church. I not like on stage or anything, but I just remember every Sunday I was so excited to go to church because I was able to sing, just like with everybody else.
That's cool.
And that's kind of like, those are like my earliest memories of singing. The boy choir, I personally did not really want to do. My parents were like, you're going to do this because it's going to be good for your future. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
You're
oh,
like,
yeah, right. Okay.
sure.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you have to go to like Italy too or something?
Well, I did go to Italy on tour with the choir, but it was scary because like I was what, like 10 or 11?
Yeah.
And the conductor, he's like an incredible person. Like he's like knighted. He's won
Is he one of those scary
Grammys.
conductors though?
He was scary.
Yeah.
He was so scary. And he scared the crap out of me. Like, he would just be, like, if you're not on point, he's just yelling.
Throwing a bassoon out
And
the window.
He would have a pen, and he would, like, mark every beat by the pen. And every rehearsal, there are exploded pens, just, like, ink everywhere because he's just hitting the stand so hard. Like,
Wow. That's intense. That's a little
but
much.
that's what gets you. He got Grammys. He has all these accolades, all these awards, like, well-deserved.
But
But
scary a little bit.
it was, as a 10-year-old, I was like, this is mortifying. This is terrifying.
Jeez. I mean, I guess that kind of helps, with
it was cool. Like I don't think I appreciated it that much at the time. I was so young. But
Yeah.
looking back at it, I was singing a solo in the Vatican.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I was singing a solo at St. Mark's in Venice. Like, not many kids are able to say that I got to do that. So
not many people can put that on the resume. That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
I don't think I even thought of that until a little while ago. But I was like, oh yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
So what do you like? How old were you when you actually left Atlanta to go to Korea?
I left Atlanta when I was 18 to go to college. So I went to Boston College.
Okay.
And then after college, so I was 22, I ended up in Korea.
So what would you just were like? Hey, I want to go to Korea and just explore music or culture
No.
or everything, or what was it?
So I graduated BC. I was an international studies major. I had a job at Deloitte Consulting doing strategy and operations. I was signed away.
Wow.
And I was gonna start my job in New York in June, but I told them I would like to go to this job after I take a year off. Doing what?
Take a break.
I
Yeah.
don't know. So they said yes. I took a year off, and I went to India to do service work. And while I was there, a TV show in Korea found my YouTube videos. Like, hey, we'd love to fly you out to be a part of this audition program. And I promised myself that on this year off, if I ever got the chance to do music, I would do it. I'd pursue it because I'd never really had the opportunity to do so. So I took the chance, went to Korea, ended up in the top 5. And then I signed a record deal, quit my job, and now I'm here talking to you.
And then exactly. And then they're like, so hey, the job's still open. Are you coming back to New York?
That was a very scary thing to actually like fully quit. Because it's like when you're quitting,
you're doing it. Like
you're doing it.
No going back.
And like, as a college grad, you've worked your entire life to get this prestigious or whatever job.
Yeah.
And to throw that away or like say no to it, return the signing bonus and everything, it was terrifying. But
were they mad? Were they like,
they were
yo,
not
bro?
mad. They weren't mad, but they were very encouraging of like, you know what, this is probably like the coolest thing that we've heard one of our people. And I'm not kidding. This is 2 months ago, I got an email from the principal and the partner at the firm.
Oh,
They're
wow.
like, hey, hope you're doing well. We're flying through Korea. Just wanted to say hi. By the way, yours is still by far the coolest reason to not return to a company or whatever. So like,
They're like, thank you for not coming back. We
like,
could tell this story forever.
No, they're like so encouraging. So I invited them out to the concert in Boston, and I don't know if they can make it, but it's cool. Like life is kind of crazy, and I've been blessed, and I'm very thankful to be doing what I do.
Well, man, I mean, obviously it paid off in a big way. I mean, not a lot of people have the courage to do that and like shake it up after you've like got a path set, and then you're like, well, you know what? I just went to school for like 1,000 years, but I think I'm going to do music now. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was, I'm lucky. Absolutely. I'm lucky. And it was not easy. It has not been easy, but it's super cool to be able to do.
That's awesome, man. Big congratulations for everything. I mean, I'm excited. I'm going to be at the show on Thursday.
Yes.
I will be there
Yes.
with my wife and a couple friends. I'm really excited to see the show. What's the biggest difference, would you say, touring like in America versus like Korea?
I think for me, I can be a lot more, I guess, expressive and open when I'm performing, in the sense that in Korea, my Korean's not perfect still, and in Asia as well, there's a language barrier, and so I can't speak as openly or as freely as I can. Not in terms of like what I want to say, but just
limited on the words you know.
Just like getting that across, like, or things that I think in my head are like funny or like interesting. It does not exactly hit.
Yeah. No, listen, if I actually, mine's probably the reverse, because my English is good. I think it's kind of good. I don't know.
It's great.
It's okay. But I go to Korea, and I've been trying to learn Korean for a while. It's hard because it's like completely backwards.
Right. It's a different.
I want to talk to my in-laws more, and I want to have a more expressive feeling in what I say, but it's hard because there's just that barrier.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, grammar is backwards from English.
Yeah, it's like, where's the bathroom? Bathroom, where is?
Yeah,
in Korea.
Yeah. So it's a different thing. I mean, I've gotten to a point where I do so much TV and stuff that I'm comfortable. But I think internally, subconsciously, I'm still incredibly more nervous on stage in Korea.
Yeah.
And in Asia than I am here. And so that's probably the biggest difference. Also, I think shows are just different. Like I was explaining to some people the other day, like In Korea, when it's a concert, even if it's a small concert, it's a huge production of like, I did my first show in 4 years in Korea because of this, but it required 2 months of preparation because we had to do multiple videos, multiple outfit changes, new choreography, plus like I have to cover other people's songs and do new performances.
Yeah, they're over there. It's
lot.
insane. Like the production,
Yeah,
and the way you guys do lights and just sound and videos and just like effect. It's crazy.
it's really cool, but just really difficult. And I think the difficulty for me personally is I'm not an idol, but the standard that I have to match in terms of performance is idol.
I agree with that. Yeah, you always have to be like 10 plus, you know?
Right. So it's because I'm not a typical ballad singer either. If I'm just a ballad singer, it doesn't matter. But I have a little bit of everything. So when people come to my show, they want
all of it.
They want everything. They want the ballads, and they want what exactly they would see with an idol show. And so that's probably like the pressure that I have to come up with something that's completely different that people haven't seen. So I think that's why I was scared of doing shows for so long in Korea.
Yeah, it's intimidating. I can only imagine. I'm scared just going to talk to my in-laws. Imagine being on a stage, you know, singing in front of thousands of people.
It's tough, but I'm glad I got it done. It went really well, and then I guess on the U.S. side, it's just a lot more of just me, like bantering and just doing whatever I want, however I feel. And so when people come to a show, I say, "Welcome to my show. I'm gonna do whatever I want because it's my show, and you can't tell me otherwise." So just deal with it.
You better say that on Thursday. I swear to God, you better say that. I want you to say that on stage.
That's pretty much how it goes. And so I talk, I ramble, I go on tangents, and people will be like sitting there cross-armed, and I'm like, this is my show.
I'm going to do what I want.
I can do what I want.
I'm going to do me. Guys, if you don't like it, the exit's right over there.
So that's kind of how it is. But, you know, I think everybody walks out having had a good time, and a lot of people walk out very surprised that the show is what it is.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it, man. I really can't wait. I'm
excited for you to be there.
Tabernacle's a great venue.
I am so excited about the Tabernacle.
It's a great venue.
Have
you played there before?
No.
Okay.
But this is a full circle moment for me because that was the first place where I paid my own hard-earned money, to go see my first show.
Oh, wow. Who was it?
It was John Legend.
Oh, wow.
Opened by Robin Thicke, which was insane. Like,
yeah.
This is like 16-year-old Eric, 17-year-old, like has his driver's license, drives down with like, it was like 3 friends, it was 4 of us. And we're like, we're going to go downtown Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, before it got even nicer and more gentrified than it is now, right?
Yeah.
This is, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, we're going to go out. It's a weekday, I think. We're like, we're living.
We're living life. We're getting it in.
And it was great. It was such a cool moment to see that, and now I get to play it. And so
that's got to be
really
like
surreal.
mind-blowing. It almost might not feel real.
It's kind of crazy. I don't think it'll hit me until I'm in the venue.
When you're in the venue, yeah. And then when you go on stage, you're going to be like, yo. Yeah.
I heard it's huge.
It's huge. I mean, and the ticket sales looks like you guys are almost sold out of the show. So guys, if you're gonna get tickets, do it immediately because they're going quick.
It's gonna be a packed house. It's gonna be fun.
So I mean, it's been a really awesome year for like just K music in general. Movies, Parasite. You see how many Oscars that won?
Yes,
like that was insane.
Amazing.
I love that movie, by the way.
It's a great movie.
If you haven't seen it, Parasite, you will love it. Absolutely.
It's on
shocking.
you. If you're not watching, it's on you. That's your problem.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
It's okay. This is our show. So if you don't like it, watch the movie or leave.
Yeah. There you go.
So, I mean, it's crazy, though, because, I mean, it's such an unexpected show or a movie in the way, like, the plot twists and the turns. I love K-dramas, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you watch a lot of K-dramas?
I don't watch a lot of dramas. I don't tend to watch a lot of dramas in general. It's just too long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but it's only like one season, though, per like, it's... But it is
I
an
can do
investment.
Netflix, and I'll do like a couple of like the shorter stuff. But K-dramas, I don't know. I for me personally, like a lot of them felt very slow moving.
Yeah.
Like American dramas, and so it took a long time for me to adjust.
Well, American dramas, the first episode, things are blowing up and the buildings are collapsing, and there's just
I'm used to 24, Jack Bauer, make everything kind of blow up. But Korean dramas, it's a little different.
I love it, man. Well, thank you for, man, seriously, it's so cool to talk to you. I could talk to you probably until your show on Thursday, but I know you got to go to the next show.
It's all good.
Thank you, Eric, for everything, and congrats on the album,
Thank you.
the tour. When I come to Korea, I'm gonna come visit you, bro. We're gonna
Absolutely
do that celebratory, half soju, half mekju. No, half soju, half mekju. Sorry, somek.
We'll do it. No, yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. Always good to be home. And if whoever's listening, wherever you guys are, hope you have a great week or day and come see the show. We have a great one. And if you can't be there, just listen to the album.
Yeah.
I have a podcast. No, I have 2 podcasts.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's K-pop Daebak, right?
Yeah, I have a K-pop Daebak show.
That's huge. So you guys got a lot of viewers.
I don't know if it's huge. It's just.
But it's having fun and it's like a big deal.
It's just
like
me ranting about stuff.
Do you like doing the podcast thing? Like just.
I do. It's hard because we're traveling so much right now. So like Eddie, my brother manager, he's gonna bring mics. We have to do some on the road.
He's like, you have to do this.
To do some of these on the road. But we have another one called I Think You're Dope, where we interview just interesting people. So like Korean Englishman, or do you know that movie To All the Boys I've Loved Before? It's a Netflix movie.
Yeah. I've heard of it.
So we had the writer for that. She's great. Just like really interesting people that like otherwise that aren't in K-pop, but I just want to talk to. So
that's cool.
Just, a lot of different ways you guys can connect with me. So.
Absolutely. They say that if you do what you love as work, you're never going to work a day in your life, which is, pretty cool.
Well, I guess I'm already retired then. So.
With lots of hand sanitizer because we can't get sick. Knock on wood. All right, man. Eric, thank you so much for stopping by. Everybody give it up for Eric Nam.
Thank you so much. Have a great one, guys.